How are we doing tonight, Frederick? Let me hear you.
Folks, we'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to the Junior Entrepreneur Pitch Competition hosted by the City of Frederick. My name is Gerard Bowens. I'm the Business Outreach Coordinator for the city.
I'm Thomas Evans. I'm a senior at Mount St. Joseph High School. Really excited to be with y'all today.
All right. So first up, folks, we want to thank our media sponsor this afternoon. It is Good Morning Frederick, and I know Danny is here with us this afternoon, and so we want to take the opportunity to thank her and Good Morning Frederick for their generous sponsorship. So before we get started, I think we have someone very special who's going to come up and deliver a few remarks. So, Thomas?
Yes, when they told me to do this, I never knew there was going to be a celebrity in the house. So let us welcome Mayor Michael O'Connor to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for attending this evening's event. It is really exciting to be here at this pitch competition. It's always wonderful when we can see so many individuals come out to support and advocate for our city's young people. Today is about highlighting two groups that shape our city, our local business community and our inspired youth. Frederick is home to more than 3,900 businesses, and the vast majority of these are small businesses started by enterprising entrepreneurs who are out every day pursuing their passion. These are people who live in our community, who understand our needs, and who collaborate with one another and give back to local organizations every day. It is just one part of what makes Frederick so unique and why so many residents in our community truly feel like they belong. Back in April, we celebrated the month of the young child, and during that celebration, we dedicated $5,000 from our ARPA funds that we had received to young entrepreneurs in our community. Inspired by those 3,900 businesses and thousands of entrepreneurs, we decided to hold this competition in the hopes of inspiring the next generation of business leaders in our community. Our young people are our future leaders, innovators, and change makers. As many of you in this room know and continuously act upon, investing in their success is critical. We must provide them with the tools and the opportunities to thrive. This competition aims to create a space for innovation. As you will see, the juniors here today are impressive individuals. And I had the opportunity to meet with them briefly backstage before we started, and they are very excited as well, a little nervous, so we're going to give them a lot of support when they're out here tonight about what they're going to present this evening. But they are impressive, and we know that when given the space, they will demonstrate their creativity and their critical thinking skills. These young people also have really fresh ideas that can drive our community in ways that we cannot imagine. And the spirit of competition is to inspire and support the goals and dreams these entrepreneurs have. We would not be able to do programs like this without the support of the Board of Aldermen and their approval of the budget that allows us to do these things, or the staff that has come together to put this program together, from the business outreach and our equity office to economic development to communications. It really is a team that gets the work done here in the City of Frederick. So this event is being held to show off what our young people have to offer, and it is led by one of the young people in my office. Lexi Kellerman is doing a fellowship with the city right now, and she has had a strong hand in pulling this program together. Lexi, where are you? Come out here and take a round of applause. So I'm ready to sit back and watch some great presentations and can't wait to see the business pitches from our young people. Thank you so much for being here to support them and to support the work of the City of Frederick. Have a wonderful evening.
All right. How about another big round of applause for Mayor Michael O'Connor? So So folks, before we get started, we've assembled an incredible panel of judges to help us decide the winner tonight. And I want to start off by introducing one of our judges tonight. Please help me welcome our member benefits manager for the Frederick County Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Madeline Wilson.
Next up, please help me welcome Karen Calancis, who's a senior business consultant at the Women's Business Center.
Next up, one of our very own from the Board of Aldermen for the City of Frederick, Alderman Derek Shackelford.
The manager of economic development at the City of Frederick, Mary Ford Nail.
We'll have with us tonight, too, the producer of the Acton Children's Business Fair, Miss Damaris Jackson. Now, if you don't know about the Acton Children's Business Fair, it's going to be hosted this Saturday on Carroll Creek, featuring a lot of other wonderful youth entrepreneurs. And so how about a round of applause for Damaris?
And for our youth judge, Sidel Enku, who I'm very, very lucky to work with on the Frederick Youth Council.
All right. We're going to get into our pitch competition, and tonight we have 9 businesses that will present. Each business will do a 5-minute pitch with 2 minutes for Q&A from our panel of judges. And so following each of those 7-minute rounds, we're going to introduce each one of those 9 businesses, and then at the end of the day, we are going to announce 2 winners in each category. We have broken it down into both idea stage, and so those are businesses that are in the idea stage of development. They're just a concept, and they're working towards becoming a fully fledged business, and our growth stage businesses who have already taken steps toward developing their business and are trying to grow and expand. And so we have 2 winners in each of those categories. So stick around. Are you guys ready to see some businesses or what?
Looks like they are. So first up, from Urbana Middle School, we have Neuroclusive AI, presented by Druthik Boja.
Hello, my name is Druthik Boja, and today I'll be presenting you Neuroclusive.ai. So imagine this. Your parents are trying to book an appointment for your brother at 2 different hospitals. One hospital says that you're going to be have an appointment in 8 months, and another hospital says that you're going to have an appointment in like 1 year. That's way too long, right? So especially just for the diagnosis. And people want something that's quicker and easier. Our target audience is mainly just people who are worried about their mental health and other people who can't express their mental health state. And our problem is people need easier, affordable, and available mental health care. And another one is that parents are worried about their child's mental health, especially if they can't really express their feelings at all about this various mental health symptoms. And another problem is that it's hard to get an appointment for a doctor's appointment with a neurospecialist. Next slide, please. What is Neuroclusive.ai? We predict mental health symptoms and detect them and provide potential solutions to clients. And how we do it, we feed personalized data to our facial recognition software, and it predicts mental health problems for the clients for the users that don't need to wait 1 year just for one doctor's appointment for a diagnosis. Instead of that, we could use this AI to predict it for them instead. Okay, so how is Neuroclusive different? First of all, it's simple, fast, adaptive, and it's an app that could be done with the click of your phone. And we will leave the patient with personalized solutions. And parents and doctors can use this to help kids with developmental delays. And it differs from other solutions by using facial recognition technology, and it's more accurate than other mental health systems and like LLMs. So this is my business model. We have our website and app over here, and what it And you could just take a look at it. It's just a GIF of my website. And we have our project timing over here. And first, we're going to do our business pitch. Then we're going to have then we're going to generate models and deploy the product. And afterwards, we're going to market the product. And for our next, we're going to be marketing it at various mental health organizations by stands. And we're also going to be partnering up with hospitals and mental health care organizations and generating revenue through government grants and with a freemium model on our app and website. And the cost and revenue, hosting third-party services and foundational website and app design and software licenses. Our product overview, first we get the input from the user, then we run the ML model on mental health risk. We present the results next, and then we keep on going and market the product. Thank you.
All right. And now we're going to go ahead and stay right here because we're going to open it up to Q&A from our judges. So do we have any questions from the judges? Mary?
So why did you decide to go into this field?
It's because I know somebody with this issue, so I decided to help him by using and that story actually happened to one of my relatives, so I decided to use something faster and more efficient to detect mental health and predict mental health symptoms in other people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thank you.
What are you planning to do with the prize money if you win?
Invested in my business.
Well, can you be more specific?
Yeah, so invested in my business and cover all the costs and revenue that I have on my presentation over here, and build up a team and use it to marketing and advertising my business.
How long have you been thinking about your business model?
So my business model, I've been thinking about it for a few weeks recently, but I thought about it over the summer and presented it at different organizations and mental health organizations and different convention halls.
Any other questions? All right.
Thank you.
Give a big round of applause. Fantastic.
I felt like I could have done something better, honestly, but I was pretty happy with how it turned out. I have a relative who had this problem of booking appointments to a neurospecialist just for a diagnosis, and I thought it could be done better. So I'm talking about a problem that sets across in different areas of the United States. So almost a lot of people have this problem. It could be a worldwide problem, right? And this AI, which I'm working on, is supposed to be more accurate and better than existing models. Thank you.
All right, guys. Are we ready for the next contestant? All right. Here, presenting her innovation, Yarn Motions. Please help me welcome Anaya Jackson from Adani Zuri Homeschool Academy.
Hello, judges. My name is Anaya Jackson, and I've been helping my mom teach since I was 6 years old. In my 6 years of experience, I've seen many kids struggling with their emotions. One kid had a lot of anger and always wanted to get even with people. So I decided to make my book, Yarn Motions, a groundbreaking product that combines the art of crochet with the essential skills of emotional intelligence. I'm pretty sure everyone here has noticed at least once or twice that people tend to have trouble expressing their emotions, whether it's hiding their anger or their sadness. Everyone seems to have trouble expressing it. So with Yarn Motions, we turn these challenges into opportunities for growth. As the Royal Exceller, the news behind the news states, both crochet and knitting use repetitive motions. This can cause a meditative-like state, which can be relieving stress and giving people a fun activity. In a digital world where we spend about 4.5 hours daily on screens, Yarn Motions gives a fun and exciting relief from our busy lives. Each project engages the audience with fun projects and educational lessons. Each project is also quiet and portable, which is great for taking to a library, an office space, or wherever you go. If I get this micro grant, I intend to use it to build my company, invest it into making paper copies of my book, hiring someone to revise my book so that I know that it works and that all the projects are legit. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a nice day.
Hi there, great job. What are your long-term goals for your business?
I hope to one day turn it from just a book to an activity book that has all the supplies needed for the activities.
That was an excellent presentation. I was looking behind me to see if there was a teleprompter. That was a phenomenal presentation in terms of your articulation of how'd you come up with the idea again?
So originally it was going to be a Bible study, and my original name that is probably on your papers was Crochet for Christ. But the more I learned, I decided that it would be a lot more influential if I had put it more in the community. So I changed the name to Yarn Motions.
So how do you identify your target market?
I'm aiming at kids, but as the presentation was saying, everyone can do it. Adults, kids with parental help, older adults, wiser adults.
That's a nice recovery on the wiser adults. Any other questions? We got some time. Judges? Audience questions? Huh? All right. How about one more big round of applause for Anaya?
Wow, turning opportunities into challenges. How much better can we get than that?
I think I could have definitely done more. I know I missed some parts, but I'm confident with how I did. Originally, I was going to have a Bible study that combined crochet with the Bible, but I decided to change it to Yarn Motions and focus more on emotional intelligence because I knew that could be a lot more useful in the community. My favorite moment was probably getting on stage. I don't think there's anything where we did some research online and we couldn't find anything that was exactly the same where it did emotional intelligence and yarn projects, but nothing that combined the two. Don't be scared. It's a lot scarier than it looks, but once you know what you know and just say what you know. Thank you.
Next up, I hope you guys are hungry. I hope you guys are really hungry because we have Owen Newcomer from Linganore High School presenting his invention, Newcomer's Candy Bars. Let's give it up for Owen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Owen Newcomer, and today I'm proud to introduce to you my company, Newcomer's Candy Bars. In modern day, we have a lot of problems with people that are run down, they're tired, they're bored. What everyone really needs is a bit of new and excitement in their lives, which is why with my company, I intend to reach those people and push them so that way they can learn and grow as people through inspirational quotes and motivational challenges on the back of every one of my wrappers. My biggest competitors are big companies like Hershey's and Mars Bars, who collectively control 60% of the candy market. While they provide great products, their experience is fleeting. For every one of them, you eat it, you're a little happy, then you move on. With my company, I intend to do something different. I intend to create long-lasting moments of joy and lifelong skills through our challenges. Our biggest customers are going to be college students and young families because they love sweets and they are craving something new and exciting in their lives. To start off, we're going to do an e-commerce drop up through using a social media campaign with a hashtag called Embrace the New. Using Instagram and TikTok, X, and so on, we will have our customers share their experiences with our candy bars to the world and use organic social media marketing to expand our reach exponentially. Through this hashtag, we will direct them to our website where they can purchase directly and share their own experiences. Once my demand reaches 25,000 units per month, I intend to shift to a wholesale model, going to big grocery chains like Food Lion and Whole Foods, so that way people can buy them in retail stores. In addition, I intend to go to gas stations like 7-Eleven and Highs, so that way when people can just grab it on the go. By shifting to a wholesale model, I stabilize company revenue and I increase total sales. With this, I'm going to need a co-packer so that way I can meet production demands moving forward. Don't just invest. With this money, I intend to start my company and refine my product so that way I can then comply with FDA regulations and just in general start marketing and production. Don't just invest in my company because it's my dream. Invest in it to help reach so many people and inspire hundreds of other dreams just like mine. And I started this because I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I think that there are hundreds of other people, not necessarily want to be an entrepreneur, but have their own dreams. And this company can really help them reach those goals or just push them further down the road. Thank you.
So how are you producing the bars now?
Currently, I am just producing them out of my own kitchen for some family and friends or during events. I entered them in the fair a number of years ago, and I got first place there. When I go to actually start production, initially I will be using a lean startup method and go into out a commercial kitchen and just do big production, and then so build up orders throughout the week, and then do a big production on the weekend, then ship them out. Eventually, when I go into this full time, I'm going to continue with that commercial kitchen up until the point demand reaches enough that I can, that it warrants me moving into an industrial manufacturing facility.
And how did you come up with your recipe for this?
Me and my sister, during COVID, I was like, look at these candy bars. Like, I just want to I got my own idea. Let's put it together. We entered it in the fair on a whim, and here I am now a couple years later. I just think about it occasionally, and then when I got into this, I was like, this is the perfect opportunity to showcase my product.
How much do you think you would charge for the candy bar?
Currently, I'm going to charge $2.50, but $2.50. When I go to retail, it will be $1.50 because when you can do bulk orders, you have the ability to scale. You have lower cost per unit.
And you talked about the cost that you would sell your product for. Do you know how much it actually costs you to make?
Yes, currently it costs me about $2 to make. When I do my cost reduction through bulk orders, it will be about $1 cost of production. I intend to sell them for $1.35 wholesale and $1.50 retail.
Well, I don't know. These bars look so good up here.
I know. My question was, are there bars under all the seats for us? That was my question. I was like, are there more backstage, or how do we? How about one more big round of applause for them, folks?
I feel a little relieved now that I've actually given the pitch. I feel very confident with my product, and I hope that the judges will see that I'm not just a candy product. I have more to offer than that, and I hope that they will invest in my company so I can expand to show everybody. My idea for the marketing side of it and the motivation was that I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur, and I had always had big dreams, and I was told I had too big plans that were too big, and I don't really care. I'm gonna get through them, and I'm gonna get them done anyway. The biggest challenges that I've had are production and cost, because you want to make sure that your cost for the customer is similar to other companies on the market, but at the beginning stages you have to have a significant markup because you don't have their production abilities. I'm not just aiming at chocolate. I'm aiming at trying to make people better and trying to help inspire them to shoot for their big dreams and big goals.
All right. And next up, I want you to help me welcome, introducing Rebound. Please help me welcome from Urbana High School, Anushka, Yashida, and Druthi.
Picture this. An ordinary man nervously walking around a medical research facility until he stops after feeling a spider on his arm. Touching his arm, he feels suddenly like a superhero, both physically and mentally, with more confidence in his abilities. If you're anyone who watches superhero movies, you probably imagined a familiar face, perhaps Andrew Garfield as the Amazing Spider-Man. But in our case, we imagine the future of our business, Rebound. In our case, the ordinary man represents anyone above the age of 35 with a condition called hemiparesis, or one-sided paralysis. According to the National Institute of Health, 88% of people who have had a stroke have experienced hemiparesis, as it arises as both a symptom and an effect of having a stroke and results in immobility. Our initial solution, Spider, is a unique rehabilitation device that uses surface electromyography and bilateral upper limb dependency techniques. This user-friendly, inexpensive, and non-invasive device caters to the patient's needs, enabling them to regain their arm strength at the comfort of their home. And to build off of this, we developed our tech company startup idea, Rebound, which aims to ease the rehabilitation process for hemiparesis patients and medical professionals with such patients, by providing devices that aid in the rehabilitation process easily. While there are numerous devices already out there aiming to solve the same web of problems that hemiparesis patients already face, they pose problems from being too bulky and being too expensive, almost costing $2,000, and having a lack of a progress tracker. On the other hand, Spider and our tech company startup idea, Rebound, aims to easily aid in the rehabilitation process by introducing a non-invasive adaptive mechanism and a cost-effective solution costing around $250.
Next slide, please. So let's rewind a little bit. Back in November of last year, as we were brainstorming ideas for the upcoming science fair, we decided to focus on an issue that we had observed in our own families. Coming from a rural Indian background, I've watched a family member struggle with stroke rehabilitation as she lacked access to proper medical care. However, this is why we decided to design a device suitable for vulnerable populations that may lack access to proper rehabilitation care. Designing Spider proved to be a challenging and complex process. We first had to complete extensive medical research, and it was difficult finding the necessary technological components to establish connectivity. However, through our hard work and dedication, we were finally able to create our first prototype of Spider. Next, come March, we presented Spider at the Frederick County Science and Engineering Fair. This was where a judge suggested we begin developing our device commercially. We were able to win first place in the biomedical engineering category, as well as several other special awards. This helped us further substantiate the engineering and medical principles behind our device. But most importantly, it gave us our first exposure to a potential consumer base. Next, it was time to talk to the experts. We decided to work with a biomedical engineering professor at Carnegie Mellon University when we worked with him over the summer to further develop our prototype. To improve our business model, we implemented a customer discovery approach and completed product implementation research. Now, the next step was to complete additional market research.
The current market for stroke rehabilitation is valued at around $800 million with a compound annual growth rate of 9.2%. This means that the market is rapidly growing, making it the perfect industry for us to enter. Now, you might be wondering how a small idea like Rebound is going to succeed in such a large and competitive market. Well, here we want to use our competitive advantage in assessing market trends. Right now, there is great market demand for devices that are personalized and also allow for remote monitoring. Where there is demand, there must be supply, and therefore, this is where Rebound fits in. We want to use our competitive advantage in product differentiation by highlighting the unique aspects of Rebound, such as its adaptability and accessibility. We also want to use direct distribution in order to further autonomize the role of the consumers in their rehabilitation process. By using social media strategies and newsletters, we want to interact with the customer bases of all age groups. Finally, there are 3 things that we want to do with the money. First of all, we want to further enhance the product market fit after engaging with consumers already at the previously mentioned science fair. Secondly, we want to expand beyond prototypes or simply the upper limbs into other appendages such as the legs, because hemiparesis affects more than simply the upper limbs. And finally, we want to make more prototypes to truly engage with more customers in order to fulfill our success story of truly helping people. Thank you.
All right, we're going to see if the judges have any questions.
Well, you guys did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
What is the Spider made out of, and where will you be getting or sourcing the materials for it?
So currently, with our present prototype, Spider includes a surface electrodes and sensors, as well as a microprocessor. In this case, we used an Arduino. We used some 3D printed parts, and it's a glove, essentially. So we have a couple different components, and in addition, it's also connected to a software that can be opened up on a computer. However, for future prototypes or advancing the technology, we would maybe want to integrate more advanced components, such as a more efficient microprocessor.
So a couple things. If that's the device, can we see it? And then also, how are you developing the software piece of this project?
So the software is mainly to allow the patients or medical professionals in order to see the progress. So in order to develop it, we take the inputs from the device that we set through thresholds, and continuously the device pulls the outputs that the patient is, as the patient uses the device. And on our software, it displays these in order to allow medical professionals and the patients to see their progress.
One more big round of applause for him. There we go.
Wow, accessibility, accessibility, accessibility. Now more than ever, it's important that everyone has access to medical devices that will help save their lives. So good job, guys.
All right. This way. All right.
I think it was definitely really thrilling to be up there on stage, and we tried our best, we put our best out there, and we worked very hard, and I'm proud of all of us.
As we stated in our pitch, we've seen our family members struggle with stroke rehabilitation, and especially as we were coming from rural backgrounds, it's often difficult to get medical rehabilitation care. And kind of stemming from that, we wanted to create a device that handed the autonomy back to the patients and made sure that the control was in their hand, making it adaptive and progressive.
Each of us have really unique skill sets, so as we developed our device, it was really important for us to collaborate in putting our ideas and how to actually build our device, and then each of us using our skill sets, like coding, obviously, marketing, just the biotechnology part of it. We all work together really well to fit together.
I think just follow your passion, just do where your heart's at.
Next up, we have Tao Tao Yang from Banner School presenting his product, Underwater Safari.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tao Tao Yang, founder and CEO of Underwater Safari. Our mission is simple: to help clean Frederick's waterways using high-tech robots called waterbots. Let me take you back to when I was a little kid. So every time I visited Carroll Creek, I would play by the water and watch the fish. But I would notice some trash like plastic bottles and soda cans floating on the water. I thought, why can't Carroll Creek be clean all the time? So in Frederick, over 12,000 pounds of trash are removed from waterways each year. Keeping up with that amount of pollution is tough with manual labor alone. Volunteers can't always be there, and big projects take time. I knew it was a big problem, and I wanted to help. So I built an innovative and fun way, waterbots. Waterbots, they're remotely controlled underwater robots that help pick up the trash while letting visitors enjoy watching the underwater view. Our waterbots are equipped with special attachments that help pick up the trash. Like a net, but way cooler. So waterbots are compatible with different lakes or rivers. So we lease waterbots $10 for 15 minutes, and you can get a 20% discount if you collect trash during your session. More trash equals to more discount. And our waterbots are compatible with different drones, making them accessible to local governments, schools, and even volunteers. By partnering with organizations like Color on the Creek, we can turn boring river cleanups into a fun community event. So with 1,000 funding, we will be able to buy 2 new drones and 3D print the attachments and lease the drones at local libraries and events. We hope to generate revenue within the first year by creating a unique and interactive way to help care for the environment. And it's not just me. I also have a robotics team. I'm part of the FITI robotics team. And I have competed in competitions for 3 years and even won the International Coding Award. And I also have a group of advisors. So Dr. Kathy Brady, the CEO of FITSI, and Tian Wang, a successful serial entrepreneur, and Professor Xiaopeng Zhao, Director of AI and Robotics Lab at the University of Tennessee, and Ms. McWilliams, the Director and Operations at the Banner School. And I also want to mention Ms. Carver, my teacher from 5th grade, for helping me learn. So our vision goes beyond Frederick. We aim to bring waterbots to other cities to clean more waterways. We hope to make a cleaner, greener future. Thank you for listening.
You take that down. Let the judges see and bring the mic. We got some questions for you, Tata.
Yeah.
You ready? All right, here we go.
Hi there, this is really cool. How long is the battery power life on these?
The battery power life is 1 hour.
Yeah, you've been by Carroll Creek once or twice, huh?
Yeah.
So battery life is 1 hour, then what happens to the device after the battery power?
So then it like becomes weaker. The motors like start to lose power.
No, I'm saying this stays in the water, or would it dissolve, or what does it do?
It doesn't really dissolve, it just loses power.
And it stays in the water?
Yeah.
Okay.
So how did you determine the pricing to charge to rent these units?
So we listed a lot of different drones, and we saw we didn't have that much money, so we just picked like one of the cheapest, and we didn't need to make it go down more. But when we have like a lot of money, we might buy an alpha version.
Congratulations. I think it's an awesome project, and I'm glad you're thinking about the environment. How much does it cost to produce each robot?
So each robot costs about $200.
So how fast does the robot go under the water? Like, do you control it with the remote, or does it have a set speed?
We control it with a remote.
How about a big round of applause? I don't know about you guys, but I wish that I had like $10 million to offer him for a share in his company like right now. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this one. Thank you, Mr. Yang. We appreciate it. All right.
Well, I feel less nervous. Well, I just said my pitch once, and then I just waited until they just called me up. So one of my friends just came back from Copenhagen, and he participated in an event where you can get a free boat ride in exchange for collecting trash in the water. And I was inspired by that idea, and I wanted to do something similar to our city. Our challenges was trying to get the net to fit on the submarine. Favorite moment is chatting with the other kids. So my business uses underwater drones, and any other competitor, they didn't use like drones. But people usually prefer to use volunteers to pick up the trash. Thank you.
How's everybody doing out there so far? You guys enjoying yourselves? How about these amazing minds and these amazing ideas? How about that? You guys excited to see some of this stuff? That's fantastic, man. So again, we just really want to thank all of you for being here with us this evening. This is a long time in the making. Again, want to thank all of our City of Frederick staff for helping to put this event together. And we're just so happy that we can be here to celebrate and share all of these young entrepreneurs with each and every one of you. All right, here we go. Moving into the startup category, I want you guys to help me welcome, introducing us to Browning Vending Services from Linganore High School, Christian Browning.
Hello, my name is, can you hear me? All right, there. Hello, my name is Christian Browning. I'm a student at Linganore High School, and I have a vending service that I'd like to pitch to you guys. My hook would revolve around being in a mid-afternoon slump. I remember after I took the SATs, I was walking around the classes fully out of energy. Ready to go to my next class, I needed a snack. Where could I find one? Nowhere. So I thought, how about a vending service? My goal is to provide affordable, healthy snacks for students at school. The problem, students can't access food outside cafeteria hours. There's just nowhere to find any. You either have to bring from home, which isn't the greatest option, or get stuff during lunch or during the morning hours, which I can't deal with. My solution, vending machines with nutritious snacks available all day, with streamlined payment plans like Apple Pay, credit, and cash. It's not easy to start a vending machine at a school, because if it was, I wouldn't be here asking for money. So many issues that you'd experience when starting a vending machine at a school would involve food changes, like you can't have high-fat, high-sugar stuff. It's got to be under a certain price per item, and you can't have the vending machine on 24 hours. And there's also no lights inside. I've found vendors who meet Maryland standards and comply with FCPS policy. And I've also already sat down with my principal and discussed a possible contract, and he's given me verbal support, and we've discussed a possible partnership. My school benefits by getting 5% of profits going towards spirit vendors and the sports teams. I've got a vision for this company. Linganore students supported not only in their focus and academics, but also getting healthy alternatives. By supporting and investing in my company, not only will you be feeding students' bellies, but also supporting our sports programs, creating a lasting school benefit. Thank you.
All right, questions from the judges?
This sounds like a great idea. If you are successful in your school, are you hoping to be able to take it to other high schools?
Yes, and also I didn't call this Browning School Vending Services because I'd like to also branch out to other companies and places around Frederick. And I do know that there is one competitor possibly in the school system, but I'm sure we can work a way to share the property.
So how do you make revenue?
I make revenue through selling snacks, and through selling snacks, I have to partner with schools. So, yeah, I mean, I sell snacks.
So do you actually have the vending machine?
Yeah, out of vending machine, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not really selling, per se, a product. I'm selling more of my service to the schools, in which I can sell school-approved products.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So have you done a budget yet to say how much it's going to cost to get the vending machine and the product?
Yes, it's not cheap, I'll say that, unless I'm buying a used thing, but I'd prefer giving to schools the best equipment with the newest up-to-date credit card and Apple Pay stuff. It's probably around $4,000 for a brand new vending machine. I found some good deals around that, and it costs roughly $1,500 every week or two to keep it running and buying more snacks. But I'm expecting $400 to $500 per day in revenue. So,
how do you plan to pay for your startup?
So hopefully I get some money from you guys today. But I also have some stocks that I could liquidate. Thank you. I'll be honest, I forgot a good bit of it, and I do not feel as confident as I had hoped. I've got some great friends who give me some great ideas, and through seeing other students try and attempt to do this, I thought maybe I could be the one to finally complete their visions. And also, being a hungry student helped a lot. So I'd say my biggest challenge was walking up there on stage. I've already met with principals on starting this business. I've already found pretty much everything to get going. My biggest issue right now is whether or not I get the money for it.
Wow. Linganore High School has a nutritious, revolutionary experience coming to them. I'd really love to be a Linganore student right now. Anyways, next up, we have Jaden Jackson presenting 3-dimension prints. Let's welcome Jaden Jackson.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing today? My name's Jaden Jackson, and I am the founder and owner of 3Dimension Prints, and I'm excited to share how we can help your business stand out in a crowded marketplace. So let me share a little bit about my journey. At 7 years old, I came across something called 3D printing. And for those who don't know what that is, it's a form of additive manufacturing that builds an object layer by layer using a digital design. So, with that, what did I do? I asked my mom if she could help me enroll in classes. So we found a location in Baltimore called Digital Harbor Foundation. And for 4 years, I immersed myself in that technology. Then in 2020, I had the wonderful opportunity of teaching 3D printing at Centro Hispanol's summer program, Éxito. And 5 years later, I now have taught the wonders of 3D printing to over 500 kids. 2 years ago, I decided to create a 3D printing business to participate in the Acton Children's Business Fair in Frederick. But it wasn't really until last year that I realized how much it could grow. I had multiple people asking me if I had products that they could use to advertise their business. And that sparked an idea. Have you ever been to an event and someone says, you have to check out that table. They're giving away the coolest stuff. That's the impact we aim to create with our products. They're not only environmentally friendly, but they're also memorable, perfect for making a lasting impression. With the money for the funding, it would allow me to purchase 3D printing that would help increase the speed of production. So it would allow me to get more orders and also put them out quicker. I would also invest in a filament recycler, which would help reduce the waste, and I could also include a filament recycling service to other local schools and makerspaces. So the waste would shrink from 3D printing. Other things I would invest the money in would be my website and online store, advertising, shipping, packaging, and product development, all aimed to bringing better quality products for everyone. Today, I have brought some products all made from a special plastic called PLA, or polylactic acid, which is derived from plant starches like corn, cassava, and sugarcane. So first off, we have our perpetual calendar. So it brings a modern twist to the calendar we all know, allowing us to change the date very easily by just rotating the blocks. And so it allows us to use it year after year. Next up, we have our pocket comb. So you can put your business's information on it, QR code in the back, and add only 2 credit cards thick, it fits perfectly in the wallet. And I am developing variations for different hair types. And then if we could please pass out QR codes. Perfect. So there you can put your business's QR code and link it to any social media or even your website. And then they can quickly scan it, easy to transfer information. Now, who's ready to transform their marketing strategy? Together and see how 3D prints can help bring your extraordinary products to extraordinary people. Thank you for your time.
Hi, this is really cool.
Thank you.
How many products, how many orders do you think you'll be able to handle at one time once you get your system set up?
So if I were to get at least 2 other printers, I could get up to maybe about 3 major orders per day.
What do you think your secret sauce is compared to the competition? What makes you stand out?
So my products are using 3D printing, which is a newer technology that most people haven't seen. I haven't seen any other companies using PLA for promotional products. And also just, getting creative, finding new ideas, testing stuff, seeing what works.
I want to commend you because you already thought about the waste piece of this, the waste product or excess material, so kudos.
Thank you.
How much would the printer cost you to get up and running?
So printers cost about, the ones I would get cost anywhere from about $500 to about $800, and those can last years and years. Maintenance is pretty little.
Do you do like custom orders, or do you have set designs that people can select from?
So currently, I'm going to start off with just 3 main items that people can customize. They can put their business name and then, like I said, information, so phone number and email for the combs, and then the QR codes. And then in the future, I would be looking forward to opening up to new designs.
Cool.
Thank you.
Big round of applause, hold on.
I feel great. I was a little nervous at first, but as I waited backstage, I started to calm down. Now I'm confident that I did a good job. The inspiration for me was hearing all the people. I had at least, I believe it was 3 people that mentioned wanting business promotional items in the first hour of the business fair. And so I realized that could be a market I could really tap into. My favorite part would be, I guess, walking on stage. I really did like that, and it's that big relief, feeling when you realize, you got this. I would say, make sure you practice, but also realize that at the end of the day, it's just a great opportunity. And so just, relax, stay chill. Thank you.
All right, we're going to keep it rolling. And next up, I want you guys to help me welcome, to introduce us to Black Bolt AI. Please help me welcome Arman Jamiluddin from Urbana High School.
Hi everyone, I'm Arman, and I created Black Bolt AI. So let me tell you a little story about why I created it. Before a test every day, I feel like I have a test almost every day. And before a test, I always end up having a lot of questions that I feel like are unanswered. And when I use Black Bolt AI, it's like having my teacher at home. So how does this work? With Black Bolt AI, teachers can create AI chatbots that learn from their course material. So these course material, basically if a teacher has a lesson, right, they can just upload it to Black Bolt AI, and it'll learn straight from the lesson and answer the question. So let me show you a quick demonstration. Next slide, please. So here I have a QR code with just which links to a YouTube video that shows Black Bolt AI, so you could scan it. But I'm just going to explain it pretty briefly. So teachers can basically upload any lesson plans they have as a PDF file, and they just have to click a few buttons, hit upload, and a chatbot will be created. Then they will be provided with a chatbot link that they can share with their students, and all students have to do to open up the chatbot is click on the link, and straight up they'll be the chatbot will introduce itself, and they'll be able to ask any questions they would like. So the advantage to using Black Bolt AI over any other application or search engine is that Black Bolt AI provides relevant answers. So as I said earlier, Black Bolt AI is like having a teacher at home. It learns from the course material and gives the ability to provide relevant answers. So yeah. And then also Black Bolt AI has instantaneous support. So as soon as a student has a question, they can get it answered. Maybe they're at home, maybe they missed a lesson. Black Bolt AI also provides AI-generated notes that students can view. And finally, Black Bolt AI also provides insight to teachers. So any questions that students ask to the chatbot, Black Bolt AI will show those questions, and teachers can understand what students may need help with. Finally, I want to talk a little bit about why Black Bolt AI, where Black Bolt AI is at currently and where it will go in the future. So currently, Black Bolt AI is a product, and it's being tested at Frederick Community College. Over 900 questions have been asked to Black Bolt, and over 100 PDFs have been uploaded. So it's really helping out students, and we've received really good feedback. But we want to turn Black Bolt AI into a real product, but we still want to keep it free for students to use. So our plan is to partner with school systems like FCPS and ask them to maybe give them a free trial and then have a subscription trial afterwards, subscription service. That's all I have. I can accept questions now.
Questions?
So have you thought about what that subscription rate might be?
So we want to base it off of the size of the school system. So we're thinking $1 per teacher per year. So if Black Bolt AI, maybe they want to try it out with just a few teachers at first, we would just charge them based off of how many teachers they are providing it to.
And with that subscription rate, how long would that contract be? How the length of that contract?
So they would be able to pay for 1 year, and then they can just extend that as much as they would like however long.
Who's doing the programming for this? Is this something that you're doing or you've hired it out?
No, this is me.
You gonna have any other technical support besides yourself?
For now, it'll just be me. I think currently, Black Bolt AI is like a pretty low cost, pretty like small scale. But as we scale up to like an actual school system, we may need to actually have like a technical support team or you know what I'm saying.
How did you make the connection with Frederick Community College?
So my mom is a teacher at FCC, and she's like giving it to her friends and all the coworkers that she has, and yeah, it's being tested.
Is there any competitive product out there that's like this?
So there are other products where you can upload a PDF and then it will answer questions relating to those PDFs and other files. But the advantage with Black Bolt is that, well, first of all, it's more focused towards education, and teachers can create and share AI chatbots. So that's the special part, is that they can share these chatbots to their students, and all they have to do is click a link and they can connect and ask questions.
All right, one more big round of applause for him.
I honestly thought it went a lot worse than how I practiced, but I still think it went okay. So the inspiration was that like a day before a test, or like many times whenever I'm taking a test, I feel like the night before when I'm studying, I end up with like a lot of questions. So yeah, that's why Black Bolt AI helps me answer those questions and helps other students as well. Coding this application was like a huge challenge. Right? I had like a lot of memory leak issues, but just persistence. I would say just make sure you have your pitch practice and don't get nervous on the stage.
Wow, I don't know about everyone here, but I know what I'm using tonight on my homework. Next up, for our last pitch, we have Ansel David Marin Marquez from Butterfly Ridge Elementary School presenting Fotografia Ansel y Liam. Let's give it up for Ansel.
Hi, my name is Hansel. I'm from Butterfly Ridge Elementary School. I'm here to show you some of my products. My products' names are Fotografias, Hansel, and Liam. First of all, we have one of my pillows. The little baby here is my little brother, if you've been wondering. So this is not the only one. You can like put four pictures and like here, 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 and here. Next we have a pillow but different. You can put 2 pictures here. And finally, we have this. You can put whatever picture you want here. I think I have one more thing. We have 2 phone case. You can put the picture here, and you can we can change the background of all of these things. Finally, we have a cup, and you can put the title here, and you can put your picture. I'm done.
Wow, imagine going to sleep next to your face on your pillow. It's really awesome.
Hi there. So what made you want to start this business?
I didn't start it. My mom gave me the idea because we first make it as a present for my aunt, and and he really liked it. So we've been selling to my family. Now we wanted to sell to other people.
So they're beautiful. They're adorable. Do you make the pillows yourself, or you make the quilts, or?
No, we use an app. I don't know what it is called, but we use like different apps. Like first we use one to get the pillows, and we have an app so we can change that background. And if we, for example, have like you don't like something in the picture, we can like remove it.
You mentioned you've been selling your product?
Yeah,
How long have you been selling your product?
like 3 months, 2 or 3.
What's your favorite part of running a business?
My favorite part is changing the backgrounds of every picture.
How long does that take to change a background?
Like if you want to change the background, that will take like 20 minutes, and order the pillows, it will take like 20 days.
Okay.
Wow, amazing job, Hansel. One more time for Hansel.
She's going to help you. All right. How we doing out there, folks? Everybody hanging in there?
I was, before that, I felt nervous, but my friends told me, don't be nervous, you can do it. And that's the reason I did it. Yesterday, I was nervous. It was just practice, but I was nervous. I grabbed that, and I was like shaking. I was like, I didn't know what to do. But now my friends come, and they told me, you can do it, you can do it. And that's the reason I feel nervous. I will say, you can do it. I did it. If I did it, you can do it.
Right. So right about now, we do need some time for our judges to deliberate. So I'm going to allow the judges 10 minutes to deliberate and calculate their scores. I want you guys back here in 10 minutes, please.
Without further ado, though, what you've all been waiting for, the awards.
All right. So let's get all of our contestants to come on up on the stage, all of our contestants. We're also going to ask Mr. Richard Griffin, our Director of Economic Development, and the Mayor to please join us again on the stage. All right. Come on up. All right, so how this is going to work is we're going to announce the runner-up for our idea stage, and Mr. Griffin's going to hand this envelope to the runner-up for our idea stage winner. Everybody ready? Runner-up for our idea stage winner, Mr. Tao Tao Yang with Underwater Safari. So we'll have you step right out on the X. And we'll get a picture on either side with you and the Mr. Mayor. If you want to step on the other side, Mr. Yang there, we'll get a picture there. All right. And then Mr. Mayor, I'm going to have you hand the winner of our idea stage big check winner, Rebound. Rebounds. Have the young lady step up. Richard, if you want to jump up there, we'll get a picture with you guys. All right. And now, the winners of our startup stage, the runner-up for startup stage. Third Dimension. All right. Richard, you want to hand that to him? All right. Mr. May, if you want to step up there, we'll get a picture. All right. All right. And now we're going to go to the winner of the startup stage. Are you ready? Black Bolt AI. How about a big round of applause? All right. And let's get all of our contestants to fold in. We'll get the mayor on one side, Mr. Richard Griffin on one side. I'm going to hop in here. We'll get a big picture with all of our contestants. Once again, folks, on behalf of the City of Frederick and all of these wonderful contestants, all of our incredible judges, all of our staff, and everyone that made this event possible, we'd like to thank you guys for coming out to support and be here to witness this event. So we really, really appreciate it. We hope to bring this event back to you next year. So please, one more time, a big round of applause for all of our contestants. And thank you so much for coming out tonight.